footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, breaking down the Titans versus the Falcons. Now let's look at Tennessee in this matchup. Outstanding victory against the Carolina Panthers. Now what you want to come in and do offensively against the Atlanta Falcons, you want to keep that Falcons defense spread out. The Titans do a great job this year of running out of spread formations and operating out of spread formations, and they have the weapons to pose a lot of matchup problems for opposing teams. So I look for these guys to stay in that 4-wide set, that 3-by-1 set, that 2-by-1 set with those outstanding playmakers, and that's going to open up a lot more running room for Chris Johnson as he's looking to get back into the groove. Now, when you attack the Falcons defense, you want to attack these guys from the deepest to the shortest. So you want to attack the safeties in coverage. So I look for these guys to try to get Jared Cook, the tight end, involved. Get these tight ends involved, Graham involved, and that's going to help neutralize that pressure that the Falcons will bring, and it's going to help bring those safeties up and make these guys a focal point as opposed to trying to attack those corners out there in coverage. Now defensively, when you're stopping the Falcons, that Titans defensive line is going to have to make sure they do not get Big Boyd off the line of scrimmage. They did a great job last week against Carolina. Carolina has one of the top running games. They're going to have to do the same thing against Michael Turner, who's coming in with 245 pounds of power, and that offensive line does a great job of firing off the football, so that D-line has to win that matchup. So I look for the matchup of the Titans defensive line versus the Falcons offensive line being the key one in this ball game. Now, we don't know if Julio Jones is going to be out there with that hamstring injury, but what the Falcons do provide is an explosive playmaker out of the slot, and that's Harry Douglas. So I'll look for the slot corners of the Tennessee Titans to be a focal point of the Falcons' game plan. Now you look at the Falcons in this game. Let's talk about their offense. You look at what they can bring to the table. They run the football exceptionally well. They can operate well off play action. They have Tony Gonzalez. They have all these amazing targets. But when you attack the Titans defense, who can get pressure on Matt Ryan, it's all about the quick pass. So I look for Roddy White to play a huge role in this matchup. He's probably going to be matched up against Cortland Finnegan. He's going to have to get off bump press. He's going to have to catch those slants, those hitches, and make plays after the catch. So I say the focal point would be to work Roddy White in this offense early with those short passes, and that's going to back up that pressure, and then Turner is going to be able to run the football with some effectiveness because the Titans still give up a little bit in the run game department. Now, also attacking the Tennessee Titans defense, you want to make sure you attack their outside linebackers. Force these guys to cover those tight ends. The problem is the Falcons only have the Gonzalez effect. They have to make sure Julio Jones stays healthy, because if you can attack those outside linebackers and it makes them worry about pass coverage as opposed to stopping a run, that's a win for the Falcons. Now defensively, it's all about gap control. When they do run with Chris Johnson, they're going to try to get to the outside because that's going to help utilize his speed more effectively. The Falcons have to make sure they play contained. It's all about gap control. If they stay in their gaps, A gap, B gap, C gap, they can have some success. You may not want to get as much push, as much pressure versus a guy like Hasselbeck, because he's still fairly athletic, and they're going to have that quick dump off pass in effect against the Falcons. So I look for the defense to play with a little bit more controlled aggressiveness this week. Now, some X factors for the Tennessee Titans. I say the X factor has to be Lavelle Hawkins. If you can get him involved in the game early, that guy has a lot of playmaking ability, and he's going to operate out the slot. X factor for the Atlanta Falcons is going to have to be those linebackers. I'm talking about Weatherspoon and company. These guys are going to have to bottle up the run and force Hasselbeck to throw the football 30 to 35 times a game. I'm going with the Falcons in this game. This game is, honestly, they're evenly matched. The Titans D-line can't get after the quarterback. The reason why I'm going with the Falcons is due to the fact that their defense can get pressure on the quarterback, and they can stop the run, and quiet as kept, they can get off the field on third downs. For more NFL previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan. And listen to the Football Game Plan radio show, which airs Saturdays, 11 a.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.